Morning guys, John Jones from the Reddish Rascals here. Well, we've just returned from holiday after a week. Our good friends Dave and Liz Ferns have been looking after our polytunnel and greenhouses. And it's 5:30 on, what is it, Friday the 18th of July. So I'm going to turn the camera around in a second and show you what the polytunnel looks like. It's a jungle, but that's good because it just means it's dead healthy and it's grown well. It needs pruning back and the blight taken out. So we'll get on and do that after I've shown you what it looks like inside. So this is what the polytunnel looks like now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in there with my secateurs. I'm going to take the bottom leaves off to create more airflow, so we reduce the chance of blight in here. Pollinators can get in better and pollinate the fruit, and just all round general tidy up. So that's what that looks like. So guys, as you can see in the jungle so far, I've done just over half of one side and the middle side. So it's a long job. If any of you ever wonder why people use the phrase, "You've got green fingers," it comes from tomato pickers. When they were taking the suckers out and pruning the leaves, the green gets all over your fingers. And that's where you get the phrase, "You've got green fingers," which means you could grow tomatoes. Just thought to give you that little insight into a bit of a gardening history. Okay, show you when I'm finished. Bye. So guys, I won't turn it that way because it doesn't look good on video. That's half the polytunnel done now. I still got a weed, got some monster cucumbers on that side. It was none when we went away. I haven't even started on this side yet, and it took me 3/4 of an hour to do half the polytunnel, and it's starting to get hot and humid. So I'm gonna have a break for a few minutes and get some water in so I don't dehydrate too much, and crack on and then show you how much produce we have in the greenhouse. I am gonna feed and water these after I've pruned them all, just to give them that little boost, because they won't have liked me hacking off the suckers and lower leaves. But you do get a condition that I've named. It's called sucker blindness. And now that I've took a step back after I think I've done all that, I've missed that size sucker on that plant. So I'm going to remove that now, and then that side is complete. So sucker blindness for all you gardeners out there, when you're trying to get suckers off your tomatoes, that's what I've named it. Okay, bye. So guys, an hour and a half later, I've virtually finished the polytunnel off, just the watering and feeding and weeding, but it's getting too hot and sticky. I've been down here for over an hour and a half doing this. I have managed to get 6 of those buckets full of leaves and suckers from the tomatoes, cucumbers, etc. But there are some successes. The tomatoes are starting to ripen. We also have, I don't know whether it'll grow, but a watermelon that's been pollinated. We have tons of the long cucumbers. Some are misshapen and stuff. The tomatoes, like I said, they're starting to ripen, so that's really good. But the biggest news is on this side. So these are the mini munch cucumbers, which have gone out of control. We're gonna have to harvest them. But we have here, before I fall over, rebalance myself, we have some melons. I don't know the variety, but they look like a cantaloupe. We got them from our good friends Liz and Dave on the plot next door, because they had spares. So they're them ones. But also they gave us another variety. And look at the size of these beauties. And there's not one, but there's two. And then there's another one of those melons there. Look at the mini munch cucumbers. They're out of control. So I'm going to have to harvest these at the weekend. Give them away to friends and family. Or just give them to the local food bank to help people who are less fortunate than myself and Hayley. And yeah, another good day. And in the corner, we haven't got any yet, but it's a butternut squash because I've seen the ones that haven't been pollinated, so I've been taking them off. I'm gonna let them just carry on growing. So that's all from the Reddish Rascals. Bit exhausted after that, but we do what we do. So that's goodbye for now. Bye.